Hey posers, welcome back to Grumpy Cheeto's ECW review. This week I have to say ECW was pretty good with 3 good promos and 4 pretty good matches. I have to say I wasn't too disappointed with this week's ECW, coming off the heels of a very impressive ECW title match from TLC, the pay-per-view. Y'all heard my review from the ECW title match. I know this is black and white and you can't see it, but I had a bet with Bobby Black and I had to cut my hair like Sheamus and dye it red. But since it's in black and white, you can't see the red. Ha! So anyway, so now that I look like Sheamus, he won the WWE title, let's just get on to the review. Alright, tonight's ECW was in my backyard of Laredo, Texas. Not one of my normal backyards, but I've been there before. We opened the program with a video package from Kane saying he's back. All I gotta say is, if this ECW match is not good, I will light myself on fire. That's old school for you, boys. Kick off the show with an in-ring promo with Tiffany, and she calls out Shelton Benjamin, and then the ECW champ, still Christian. They come out, they say thank you. You know, that's the only reason why I don't kind of like this promo the way they're running it, is because Shelton's like, oh, thank you, well, thank you. And then Shelton's like, well, let's do it again. Oh, yeah, we're all respectable. I think that Shelton should have turned heel right here and pay-dirted Christian with his bad eye. It would have been awesome heel work right there. Instead, Regal comes out and saves the day. And then Tiffany announces this homecoming tournament thing, where it's like one ECW former superstar comes back and tries to bring the ratings up by wrestling in a match. And tonight's is Kane. It's the Kane promo in the beginning. I love Regal's comment to Tiffany, saying that she is a goose... is a goose blowing a kazoo. Man, don't talk about my tiff like that. I'll tell you what, I'll mess you up, Regal, if you talk about my tiff like that. Anyway, we're moving on to the first match of the night, which is the HurriHelms versus the Reaper and the Beautiful Nightmare. Will we please end this story? The Kazaside story's gotta end. I'll tell you what, I just can't do it anymore. It's stupid. During the match, the only noteworthy that I have is that HurriHelms unmasks the Reaper. Paul Burchhill, big shocker, hits the Shining Wizard and a pin. HurriHelms wins again. I really don't care much for the storyline anymore. I'm getting sick of it. Moving on, it wasn't that half bad of a match. It just, the story is just stale and dull and stupid. Alright, we're moving now to a backstage promo with Gregory Helms interviewing Paul Burchhill and Katie Lee as they're getting kicked out of ECW again. And all Paul Burchhill does is growl at him. And then HurriHelms walks away and you see his cape tagging behind his coat, which is incredibly stupid. Anyway, now we go to the next promo with the always annoying Abraham Washington show. And all I gotta say is that the MVP of this show was Tony Atlas. Tony Atlas hit some classic lines here. I mean, Tony Atlas said that Abraham Washington should be, Abraham Washington should be Diva of the Year. Like, Abraham Washington's like, man, you should tune in next year when I become Superstar of the Year, Promo King of the Year, whatever. I mean, all these awards that he's gonna win next year. And then Tony's like, yeah, you could be Diva of the Year. It was great. I love Tony Atlas. He makes the night. So then they bring out Maria, who's the guest on the show, and then you got, they show package from Raw where Batista comes out in this blatant, flaming, gay pink shirt. And it's just like, wow, Batista, that is bad. All you have to do is to make somebody heel, throw him in a pink shirt. A big guy like that in a pink shirt. They should have had Triple H in a pink shirt throughout his whole heel run. It would have been great. Anyway, so Maria starts ragging on Abraham Washington, and Tony starts ripping on Abraham Washington. Tony says that the Abraham Washington stinks, and I can't remember exactly the context. But then Maria says, "Oh, well, maybe next year you can be holding your own Slammy when you win." And then Tony's like, "I doubt it." classic lines. I love Tony Atlas. So that was it with that promo. Abraham Washington gets mad and walks up. Man, the guy just needs to get in the ring and shut up. Alright, next up we have the second match of the night with this Vladimir Koslov versus Ezekel Jackson. And all I gotta say is that Regal made the right choice, siding with Big Zeke. I'll tell you what, Zeke is going to tear somebody up. Regal, it was a pretty decent, heavyweight, super heavyweight match. Regal grabs Kozlov's foot, giving Zeke able to get the Uranagi and the pin, and then they jump Koslov afterward. Awesome. Don't turn Koslov face. Just let him do his own thing. And then have Regal and Zeke walk around as a tag team. It'd be great. Third match of the night is the Insta-Tag team, which is Croft and Barretta taking on Julio and Jorha. And I've got a classic little tune for these two guys. That's right, these two guys have earned the ambiguously gay duo Song and Dance. This was a basic squash match. They're trying to build this new tag team up. I don't really care too much. Next, a promo in the back with Yoshi and Goldust are talking. Kane walks up. Yoshi says something, and Kane says, "They say I'm the freak," and walks off. Gay promo, whatever. So now we go to the fourth match of the night. And this is a match between Zack Ryder, you know it, and Kane. Now all I know is that Kane better be bringing all he's got, because he's facing Mr. You Know It one-on-one. And Zack Ryder brought it. This match started like 2 minutes till 11. So this matchup was pegged to be a squash match. I'm like, man, Zack's going to walk in and get killed like Chavo. And he didn't. It was a decent 5 to 6 minute match. And Zack brought it. Zack went into that ring and had some awesome ring work with Kane. For the short time span, I would love to see these guys have more time. Because Kane actually worked well with Zack, and Zack actually worked well with Kane. So, I thought it was a great main event match. Anyway, I gotta move quickly on to my ECW, my Fantasy ECW here, because I'm running out of time. Alright, so here we go. I'd start off the promo with Shelton coming out and demanding a rematch for the ECW title, kind of showing his heel turn. Then Tiff would come out and announce the homecoming gayness or whatever, the homecoming tournament, and then Shelton's match would be next week. Match number 1, I would have Yoshi Tatsu versus Kung Funaki, or Yoshi Tatsu and Kung Funaki versus Vance Archer and Tyler Rex, which is a tag team that I'm currently running. And I would have Yoshi and Kung Funaki win by a fluke, kind of building up their little rivalry going on there. Second match, I would have is Kane and Big Zeke in the tournament, and I would have Kane win. The next match, I would have, match 3, I would have Tommy Dreamer and Goldust versus Croft and Barretta, where I'd have Dreamer and Goldust going over. I just like Dreamer. I like pushing Dreamer, and Goldust was an okay, he's a veteran, just like Dreamer. It works. Next promo, I'd have Zack Ryder telling Tommy Dreamer, just like last week, that I'm going to one-up you tonight by beating Koslov. So that would be our fourth match of the night, which would be Zack Ryder versus Koslov in the tournament. And then this is where I would have Regal turn on Koslov, and I would have Zack Ryder get the win, and then Regal and Koslov, or Regal and Zeke jumping Koslov. Alright, I know I'm taking up a lot of your time. Good week of ECW. Good Fantasy ECW. Please, please, please give me your Fantasy ECW in the comment box. I'm Grumpy Cheeto, and I am